snowman's coming. Yes, he's coming.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this video on Elvis is the Man. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. It helps you grow and expand the channel. Hit the notification button so you don't miss any videos. I bought this video a few days ago. Some of you guys who follow me on Instagram know about this. I've been sharing a few excerpts here and there just to share with you guys. But I came across a story in this book that I've been wondering about for a while. It's kind of like an underground story that nobody really knows the details of. It's when Elvis went on Sunset Boulevard and supposedly wasn't even recognized in, just prior to the '68 special being shot. Now, the original story, which I stuck to, was that Elvis was coaxed by Steve Binder to go down Sunset Boulevard to make Elvis realize that he wasn't as big a star as what he thought, or he's not as big as what he was in the 50s. Well, I don't think Elvis questioned that, but Parker got in his head, and justifiably so, that he shouldn't go in public because he'd get mobbed. And Elvis thought he'd get mobbed too, because he had been many times. Some people would debate me on this, like, no, that never happened, or, oh, yes, he was mobbed. But the most I ever heard was that he even went into like a bar or something, tried to draw attention to himself, still nobody recognized him or paid him any mind. Finally came across a real story from Steve Binder. Check this book out. It's really great so far. All right, so this is the story, okay? The words of Binder in his latest book. Elvis was looking out the studios there on Sunset Boulevard because they had a studio 4 stories up, and he was just kind of gazing out the window during some downtime in between dress rehearsals, okay? So Binder comes up to him and he's like, what do you think if you went down there? You think people would recognize you? Elvis looks at him, he's like, what do you think? Binder's told him, he's like, well, kids today are more sophisticated. It's like 1968. I don't think they're really going to pay you much mind. And so they just kind of get back to the rehearsal. A few days later, Elvis says, let's go, Binder, let's go. And he's like, go where? Elvis is like, let's go down to Sunset Boulevard. And some of his Memphis Mafia overheard that conversation, and so they start like going to the door with them, like, no, we're going with you. Elvis says, stay back, just look at us from the window, because Elvis wanted to see. His curiosity was piqued. So here's what happened. This is the story, okay, according to Binder, right? So Elvis tells him, just look at us through the window. Across the street from the studios, there was a topless bar. And so they walk outside, okay? It's maybe 1, 2 in the afternoon. I get that vibe. The streets were not busy. And there's like, the traffic was kind of busy though. Because people like trucks and all that stuff, they're making their, rounds, doing their work. People are going back and forth in their cars. So they stand out there and nothing happens. They're not noticed at all. He said some bums kind of like almost knocked into them because they were in their own conversation, not even paying attention to what was going on. Didn't realize Elvis is there. So he says him and Elvis just started like making some small talk, random stuff, just to, give themselves some time to where people would notice. Well, nobody noticed. And so Elvis goes so far as to, like wave at the people going by in like buses and stuff. Like, remember, this is like downtown in the city, still nothing. Elvis even was like, hello. Doesn't say nothing. So, Binder's like, this is getting a little awkward. He says he can feel like the Memphis Mafia's eyes on them, watching them. Elvis is kind of like, do you want to go back inside? And so they go back inside, and that's the story. That's what really happened. And Binder says that it really helped them with Elvis trusting Binder in this production. Like, Elvis was already very nice and cordial, but Binder says he noticed after that incident that Elvis even trusted Binder on another level, and that he would often ask Binder questions about, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I think Elvis was a humble guy. I think he was humbled there and maybe a little embarrassed. Like, hey guys, you're protecting somebody that doesn't need that much protection. I know that Elvis needed the protection, but that day, nobody was around. Binder also thinks that if it was busier, he would have been noticed. He would have been recognized, and it would have been pandemonium. But on that afternoon, there wasn't any. So that is the real story from this new book. I hope you guys get it. I'll make some more videos on things that I come across. I'm sure you'll like it. Like I said, hit the like button to help grow and expand the channel. If you like, this channel and like the videos I'm putting out, let me know in the comments. And I'm going to make some more videos about this book. It's fantastic. I suggest you get it. Also, please check out my fitness and Bible page if you're into that stuff, and we'll talk to you next time.
The snowman's coming. Yes, he's coming.